LSU hosted its 2025 Coaches Clinic for high school coaches across the state, and to kick off the day of panelists was Saints head coach Kellen Moore. Now, of course, Moore has been busy in the last few weeks assembling a staff and a roster, including today's news of wide receiver Brandon Cooks making his return back to New Orleans. The 11-year vet returning to his roots as the Saints drafted Cooks back in 2014. Cooks was the 20th overall pick, spending 3 seasons with the Black and Gold. Since then, Cooks has spent time with the Patriots, Rams, the Texans, and the Cowboys, being one of 2 only receivers in the league to record at least 1,000 receiving yards with 4 different teams. Now, Moore had already left the clinic after the news broke, but he did speak about the value of adding veteran pieces in the offseason.
Thought we brought in the right kind of guys. I think that was a big focus for us, is bring in really, really good people that obviously play at a really high level. And so we feel like we got some veteran guys who will, give us some great leadership and help lead this team.
And speaking of reunion, it's no better time than to touch on the other vets that the Saints are bringing back home, like Justin Reed and Devon Goshaw. But O-lineman Will Clapp, a Brother Martin and LSU alum, is also coming back to the Saints. Moore worked with Clapp during his time with the Chargers, and he tells me Clapp's experience is a necessary addition.
We had some familiarity, and so felt like it'd be a good opportunity to bring Will back into the fold. He's with the Saints for a long time. He's just an excellent person, excellent player. He played a lot of snaps for us in LA, and so we feel like his experience will help the whole group.
At one point, it seemed as though Louisiana native ties were non-existent to the Black and Gold, but that's been the talk of the town in the last few weeks. When you look at the 3 guys that I mentioned, plus, of course, the blueprint, Tyrann Mathieu. Now, I asked Moore if those moves were intentional. He says all of those guys are big-time leaders and big-time players. Reporting from LSU, Megan Glover, WGNO Sports.